Oh yeah, once again, it's your main man, Slick Tricky Rick, back for a Labor Day stream with the mayor of Heroclix Flavor, owner and proprietor of From the Ashes Gaming in beautiful Wernersville, Pennsylvania.
You keep telling him where it's at. I thought it was undisclosed.
Well, it's one of those.
I mean, I guess if you can find Wernersville.
Well, it is home not only to one of the state's mental health facilities, but to a friendly local game store that's crazy about gaming.
Absolutely.
That's right, right. So, from the places in between that are so seldom seen, we're coming at you from the Psychic Warfare is Real Studios. And if you're cool, I'm cool. Hopefully everybody in the stream is cool. Let's get this stream started.
Someone said we already had an ad break. I don't know what that was.
Well, I don't know. But we got lots of things to get to. Past tournaments, upcoming tournaments. We got an exclusive brick unboxing.
Exclusive. Yeah.
You're not going to see this on any other Heroclix channel. I highly doubt it.
We were anticipating more people, so we have some extra.
But
So
it's
now we...
our loss and your gain as a viewer.
Wait. How...
Well, but we
would have loved to have 20 people.
absolutely. But we did have 9.
We had 10 sign up.
We had 10 sign up, 1 no show.
Not bad.
Not bad. And everybody went away with something that day. So it was a great day here. So let's talk about our past tournaments. We'll go back this past Sunday, because here at From the Ashes Gaming, we normally Heroclix every Sunday at 1:30. Sometimes it's constructed, sometimes it's sealed. Sometimes
James might argue the 130.
Hey, some of us put the pro and procrastinate. Mainly your tournament organizer and judge and Heroclix ambassador for Pennsylvania, Slick Tricky Rick. But
it's more like 130-ish.
Yeah. We still get it on every Sunday though. And our turnouts generally have
They've been getting better.
They've been getting better. Now, this past week I took a hiatus because of the holiday, and I think everybody followed my lead, and we only had 2 players show up.
Yeah.
But
well, there was some confusion.
There was some confusion.
They were going to cancel, and then someone else signed up, and we didn't have contact information, so.
So, hey, I want to give a shout out to Banana Clip Harry, who came down, I believe, from the Bethlehem area. I don't know if he saw a manger while he was there or not, but he did make the drive to Wernersville, and he actually won the tournament.
Yeah.
He beat Brandon, so congratulations to him.
Then they did a sealed afterwards. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know how that went down either. I think they actually played more than 1 game, but...
Oh, they played quite a few. I mean, they were here.
A couple hours, I heard.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours, yeah.
That's awesome. And then I believe if we go back in time, a week before that, we did our X of Swords month 1 storyline organized play event. That was won by Hex Rider, Eric. And we actually had to go 4 rounds to have an undisputed winner. And that was pretty awesome that we actually had to go 4 rounds. I think that might be a first from the Ashes games.
I think so.
And you know, we took it to the wire that day. I think we actually won Heroclix After Dark.
The lights were going off.
Yeah, they were. And then
because that was definitely not a 130 start.
That was not a 130 start. I think it took to about 2 before we got everything situated. But we had a lot of, you know, we ad-libbed WizKid's suggestions of doing battle royals, and we used 1 booster.
But there was a legitimate reason for that.
There was?
Because you can't score a battle royal.
Right. This is true. The WizKids Info Network does not allow you to score a battle royal, so make it up as you go along.
I think everyone liked the format anyway.
Yes, it was one booster of the monthly storyline organized play and 1 booster of the retail X of Swords, and then you constructed a 300-point team. We even worked Terra decks into the mix as well. Even though we only had a limited number of cards, we were still able to do it for every matchup. So everything worked great. We gave away Captain Avalon to every participant, and
So
everybody
who's over
got
here on
a
the,
tarot card.
The unfocused webcams don't work very good.
We got Two of Towers, Arcane Magic, and then we also got the Magician tarot card, and then the winner and Fellowship got
Almost.
the much desirable Saturnine. Hopefully I'm
There
saying
you go.
that right.
I
But
have no idea.
let's talk about the Fellowship figure, Captain Avalon. Real name, Brian Braddock. He's from Excalibur, Mystical, Ruler, Scientist, and Warrior keywords. So very easy to build with. He does start with the Sword Bearer trait. So he can start the game with any sword equipped. And now WizKids has did some clarification that only the swords in X of Swords retail and storyline month 1, 2, and 3 count for sword bearer traits. So the all black Necro sword is out of the mix, as well as some of the older swords from the Mighty Thor for Silver Age. However, not to be deterred, we have, I believe, at least 30 plus different swords between the retail and organized play. So lots of options.
30 now or 30 when it's done?
30 when it's completed after the 3-month run. So he does have another trait. I no longer have the temperament to be Captain Britain. Leadership. When Captain Avalon takes damage from an attack, you roll a d6, and Captain Avalon can use the listed power until your next turn. 1 to 3, Battle Fury. 4 to 6, Willpower. So that does, I believe they errated that so the willpower works, because I believe the way that's written on the card, you wouldn't get a check, but I think it says until the end of your next turn now.
Okay.
And he also has on his 2nd through 8th click Steel Energy, and when Captain Avalon uses Steel Energy, if he occupies a square closer to his starting area than your opponent's, instead of healing 1 click, he heals 2. He starts with some charge, some invulnerability, and some exploit weakness with 4 damage. And all this, 8 clicks, Joe, and he's under the watermark,
Under
70 points. So less than 10 points a click. I don't know if you can show that card on the screen. Work some magic.
Focus. Yeah, webcams aren't great for that. It's trying.
Let's talk about Saturnine. She
Yeah, they can't see the numbers.
is only 4 clicks long, 35 points. She has the both Cosmic Energy and Mystical Team ability. She has a little phasing teleport, a little mastermind, and then she has a trait called Stacking the Deck. During force construction, you may add 5 tarot cards to your sideline. These do not count towards your sideline limit. During game setup, you may swap out up to 5 tarot cards from your tarot card deck with the tarot cards on your sideline. Your tarot card deck must still meet the deck building requirements. Deck building requirements is it must have at least 1 cup, 1 pentacle? No, it's pentacle. 1 sword, and it's cup, pentacle, sword, and wand. Those are the 4 suits, and then there's arcane magic. So you have to have at least 1 of each of those. And then I believe you
I don't
can't
see
have
the suit on here.
Those are arcane magic cards. That's why they don't have the suit. I believe you can only have 2 of each suit max.
Okay.
The most tarot cards you can have
So you have
in
to
a
have
deck
4 to 8.
is 12. You can only have
12
12
arcane.
cards in your deck max. The minimum is 5.
Okay.
But she allows you to sideline 5 more. So,
How does that work moving forward?
well, moving forward, that means you could have a sideline of 9 figures and then 5 tarot cards as well if she's main force.
Well, not like, how do the tarot cards work moving forward with Heroclix?
They can be used in any game. They're a 0-point game element that you just bring, and it affects every turn in that game.
James said they errated him to 75.
Oh?
No, not her. I think,
Captain Avalon.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they have 2. Oh, no, you're right. He's the one that got errated to 75. The other one in the retail, I believe, has 2 starting lines, and it's 70 and 45, even though the dial says 75.
Oh, okay.
Once again, commitment to quality.
Snuck past quality control.
Yeah. So let's also talk about our next contest, which is her fist power.
Oh.
Saturnine. We got more Saturnine.
Okay. All right.
Saturnine all day, every day,
Okay.
Odele. Telekinesis. And when she uses it to place a character adjacent to an opposing character after resolutions, remove an action token from the placed character.
Oh, yeah, Dow does say 75.
And then she also has putting my thumb on the scale. Once per turn, you may increase or decrease an attack total by 1. So if you just miss by 1, once per turn, that would be a hit. And if your opponent just hit, once per turn, you can say, Ixnay.
Can they, how does that trigger with prob? Would they have to choose?
I believe that would be after everything is
So I can't say
resolved.
I'm lowering it by 1, and then you say I'm propping that.
Correct.
Okay.
It's the attack total, and the attack total isn't finalized
Okay.
until all re-rolls and then dice replacement.
Gotcha.
Maybe you can show that card there.
Cards are no.
Cards.
Cards are hard to see.
Yeah, I believe it.
We need to start taking donations for a second cam. The webcam we should have on us maybe and use the good cam for this. I don't know.
So the week before our storyline, month 1, we actually road tripped, I believe, to Brave New Worlds in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. And once again, the Guild of Mute Assassins found one of their members in the main event. And this time, it was none other than OG Ken Minton. Unfortunately, we didn't bring home the win. But I did want to talk about his team because it was a pretty cool team. He was playing a version of his Giant Girl team since it was Silver Age. And I believe it, after swapping, it has 4 Giant Girls, Hope Summers, the swap Captain America, Sakarian Iron Man, Wasp, Heart of the Avengers, a Red Aim Squad, and none other than Prime Batman.
I feel like at least 1 or 2
The
would
trick
be
is
so
you
cute.
use Wasp, Heart of the Avengers, to make Batman Colossal. Then you call in Magneto off an ID card, giving Batman Penetrating Psychic Blast, and then he enhances that Penetrating Psychic Blast by 3 with Red Aim, Captain America, and Hope Summers, I believe it is. The new super rare from the Exoswords. And now Batman is pretty much shooting the opponent's team, the whole team, on an outdoor map for 4 penetrating damage. And that's just his opening attack.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it really cripples opponents generally. Because in competitive tournaments, there's not a lot of figures that are real deep dialed.
Yeah.
Right now, it's, you're playing 8 or 9 low dial, 3 to 4 click figures, so
Yeah.
you can do the tremendous amount of damage by doing 4 to an entire team. But big shout out to Captain Andy, who went back to back with a Legacy Thanos build. He won the tournament. I believe he was playing also Hope Summers with a Flora Colossus, Legacy Thanos, Collector, and Molecule Man. Of course, both players had some ID cards that they would call in during the course of the game as well.
Somebody, Truth. No idea.
That's Carl.
He said he was happy not to face Ken's Silver Team.
I got to face Carl in my last matchup at that tournament. And we had a more casual game than competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually pulled out the victory. So congrats to him. And a big thank you to him for making the trip as well. That's our other Carl that drives over an hour to come down here and play as well.
We definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely. Now, when our play group goes back a week from the Brave New Worlds tournament, we actually had a Silver Age tournament here to prepare for that tournament. And that was won by Brandon using a Bizarro Green Arrow build that pretty much soaked all ranged attacks to him. And it was very disappointing that it didn't fare well better in Brave New Worlds, because we thought it was a very good build. And then going back one more week,
So Silver Age, just open build, has lots of.
it has figures from Superior Foes.
But I mean, there's no like meta for that. That's wide open.
It's a more wide open meta.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I mean, you're talking about, in Modern Age you might have 2,000 figures to choose from. In Silver Age you might have 10,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It gives you more solutions to problems, but it also gives you more synergy to create problems.
Uh-huh.
I just wish, as a player, tournament organizer, and as a judge, that WizKids would be more active. They don't even have a map list for it. Like, they have a small ban list. They have some, general rules, but Modern Age is definitely the format that they support the most. And they only support that with the minimum.
Well, what about the ROC stuff? That's silver. Do they have the list out?
They do have a map list, but it's kind of in limbo too, because I don't think a lot of people remembered about certain maps that used to be banned in Modern. Like, everybody's on board right now that Hank Pym's Labs map is banned, and they're on board with the Realm of Death being banned. But there was a Justice League map on the other side of the Metal Arena that was banned, because if you didn't have flying, you couldn't get to the top of the elevation potentially. There was
that for Modern or Silver?
It just recently rotated out of Modern.
Okay.
At the last rotation, but it had been banned for 2 years in Modern.
Okay.
But that's not taking into consideration for Silver Age. There's also there was maps like the cargo plane that had been banned in Modern. There was also a speakeasy map that had been banned in Modern, and those would still fall in the Silver Age spectrum because they were in Deadpool and X-Force, and the other one, I forget what set it was. but it was definitely since Superior Foes of Spider-Man. A little Heroclix history for you.
Yeah. Trying to get Travis in here. He sent me a message. We haven't seen Travis in a while.
No, I'm surprised he didn't come down for X of Swords because we're not doing a draft, and I know he is Mr. Anti-draft.
Yeah, he likes doing the teams.
He definitely does. And I think to bring us up to pace with our last stream, the last tournament we did, the result that we didn't talk about was the release of X of Swords Retail, which was won by Brandon.
Who? That's why I was also. I'm always looking off camera here. I'm trying to.
Me too.
He's number 3 right now
in the world
for the quarter.
For the quarter.
Oh no! He's number 9.
He's number 9.
The Guild of Mute Assassins
is number 3 in the world. Number 1 in the United States. Brandon is actually number 1 in the United States.
Oh really?
Yes. As the most active player in Heroclix. He's not a national champion. He's not a world champion. He just plays Heroclix 2 to 3 times a week. Which is why he's in the guild, because
he's still
putting up results, man.
Yeah, he still does well.
Absolutely. Now, I know he did kind of scale back his build this week.
Yeah.
But what does he really have left to win here? I mean, he's pretty much won every prize that we've had to offer. So,
and a lot of those Canadians up there, because that
Nationals got finalized because we complained about it.
They had to. I still don't know what happened. Did they finagle it, or because the other one got finalized too?
I don't know.
Didn't that other event get finalized? Finally?
It didn't. Our Daniel Jones month 1 celebration for the Hall of Fame got finalized out of the blue. It was another one that got locked up by going to the top 8 cut.
Still need to figure that out.
Yeah, the WizKids Info Network really needs some help. I mean, it's a great tool, but it just, there's so many, what's the word I'm looking for here, Joe?
They're falls.
There's I was.
Yeah, it seems weird that you.
I was trying to think. What's the word?
Me using multiple software for like different games.
Yeah, what's a flaw for software? I'm just trying to.
It's a flaw. It's POS.
It's something.
They all have something. There's things with all of them that could be. Surprisingly, the one that both Pokemon and Magic have timers.
Okay.
I feel like that could be built into Flesh and Blood, no timer. With Heroclix, no timer. Like, it's part of
it times out quick, I can tell you that.
Yes, it does. That's it. And it didn't. Well, it didn't used to do that. I think that was more in the past year. It's been much quicker.
Yes.
Because usually it times out before a round is over.
Yes.
Like, you got to log back in.
You got to log back in
score
for
it.
every round.
I was actually looking at the last 12 months. Brandon is 8.
I think Eric might be 6.
Eric is 6. Yeah.
I think you'll see James and myself in the top
23 is James. I lost it. Did I miss?
I think I'm in like the 30s.
I don't see it right now. No, whatever.
Damn. Lost again. Alright, so let's also, I wanted to give a shout out to Eric, Brandon, Nicole, and Kyle, who are our top 4 going into month 2 of X of Swords organized play. So they have a head start on the grand prize of either Apocalypse or Genesis, because there is a grand prize after the 3 events. But myself, Ken, Merle, Carl, and Jonathan, we got a single digit. Well, we was there.
Participation trophy.
Participation trophy. Everybody gets one. Now, I think that concludes our past events.
Yeah, they're yelling to open boosters. They're
Let's
yelling.
talk about our upcoming events. Next week, right here at From the Ashes Games in Wernersville, Pennsylvania.
Kyle was calling it a glitch.
That is the word that eluded me.
Huh? Kyle, if that makes you feel better, you're on the same wavelength as Rick.
That is definitely.
I'm not sure that's a good place to be.
But there we are, simpatico. I'll put my hand up to you, buddy.
Woo! That's a dangerous zone to be in.
So we have this Sunday at
I want to
1:30.
play a little top
Silver Age.
Silver.
We're going back in time. We got little teams, big problems.
Oh.
So what we're asking our players to do is not build one, not build two, not but three, not four, but 5 different 100-point teams, utilizing 5 different Heroclix maps. And we're going to set a time limit, and you're going to try to play as many games in that time as possible.
Is that like a round?
Yes, but instead of just playing one game, if there's time left over, you can start a second. And you're going to get 1
How are
point.
you going to score this wonder?
You're going to get 1 point for every game you win. And if you don't win, it's a
and
double
ties are about
loss.
to- Oh, no, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Now, if you both win, it'll go to a roll-off. If you get 2 games in and each opponent wins,
Oh, okay.
it'll go to a roll-off.
Yes, there's bound to be ties.
There's bound to be ties. Mwah. I think I have a sound for that somewhere. I'm not sure which one it is. Let's try this one. So, this is also an Extreme Highlander. So you cannot use any game elements across that are the same across any of your 5 builds. And for this event only, you can only play figures and standard objects and special equipment that begin the game equipped to the character. If it doesn't begin the game equipped to the character, you can't play the special object. So no tarot cards, no special objects, no map location bonuses, no terrain, special terrain, just figures and characters that start with equipment. Once again, that's September 11th at 1:30.
Ish.
Then, the following week, we're doing an Eastern Division official
Travis is in
Hopper Circuit ROC Win-A-Map. That's a lot. That's a big title. And that's a constructed tournament, as well as the little team's big problems. Now, what is Popper? How do we define Popper? Once again, this is a Highlander game, so you can't play doubles of any figures, but you can only play figures that have white tabs and green tabs. White tabs are common rarity. They can also be found on Fast Forces and miniature games. And the uncommon rarity is the green tabs. Once again, Highlander. For this event, some of the prizing that we know about, we have a John Cena con exclusive. We have an ROC limited edition Barnstable neoprene wedding map. We have a Batman Bat Knight robot. We have a Lightning Mandarin ring. And because we got 2, not 1 but 2 storyline OP kits, we also are going to have this very Saturnine in the prize pool. And if more people show up, we have Dr. Dooms and Silver Surfers to throw into the prize pool as well. So bring $15 and get here September 18th at 1:30-ish. And
James, if you commit early, we'll force him to be here at 1:30.
And then the final event for September is X of Swords Month 2 Storyline OP. Doing it the same way as Month 1, except for instead of a Month 1 brick, we're going to be using the Month 2 brick and 1 brick of retail X of Swords. It's a $45 entry fee. And you will get a participation prize and 2 tarot cards.
Well, we don't do participation trophies.
No, this event does.
Well,
Just like Captain Avalon. Everybody got a Captain Avalon.
okay.
For this one, everybody is going to get oh, I lie. They threw us a curveball, Joe.
What?
There's 2 participation figures.
2?
2. But I think
Like everyone gets 2, or do you have to split it?
No, we could still work it out with 10 or less players. Everybody's going to get both a Pestilence and a Gia Whitechapel figure, and then a Justice and the Empress Arcane tarot cards, and then the winner and Fellowship will get a Mojo Colossal figure, or a 2x2. I believe he's only a giant. And then also there's going to be definitely a legacy card available for prizing as well.
Chat out there, did an ad run or something? Was that from you, Zach, or is that? I was going to run an ad before we open this to go get the knife.
Oh, man, can you do that?
Yeah, there's little ad breaks, but it says one just ran recently.
Oh. Well, I think that's all I got for September events here from the Ashes Gaming. Joe, you got anything to add?
I do not right now. No, I've been
Do
just
any
trying
of our
to stay.
Players in the stream have any questions?
Any questions before we get to the sealed product here? Give him a second. I guess I'll go get the knife. I can't run an ad break here.
All right, well, while you get a knife, I have some national winners to shout out. Because I don't know if you know this, Joe, but the U.S. Nationals has now, it's almost been a month since I believe it was August 6th, U.S. Nationals took place. And WizKids has never even spotlighted the national winner on their actual website. To me, that's very disappointing. That none of the national champions have been recognized on the Heroclix website at all. And we're already up to the Magnificent Seven. So without further ado, I want to give a shout out to Eddie Orozco, the Mexican national champion, using a Secret 6 archetype type build. I want to give a shout out to Alex Crow, who is the UK national champion, and he won the UK Nationals using a Spider-Man family build that included the Scarlet Witch and Sicarian Iron Man. I want to give a shout out to the Singapore national champion, Joe.
Singapore?
Edison Lee, who won the Singapore national championships with a Cosmic Legacy Thanos archetype build.
I haven't seen that one yet.
No, the Ricker hasn't played that at all. Only
James is saying World is coming up too?
Worlds is coming up.
Where is that at?
That's in Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
But before we get to Worlds, we gotta shout out Emily Michelle Roette, who was the Canadian national champion. She also used the Legacy Thanos Cosmic build. How about Chris Rizzi, the Rizzo, using a Secret 6 archetype build. He is your Australian national champion, mate. And this is the one that blows my mind, because I didn't even realize they had a national champion. But big shout out to Rafael Mendoza, the Bolivian national champion.
Olivia. There you go.
There you go. And he used a mystical build to win that. And then when we're talking about the good old US of A, we're talking about Isaac Arnold Berkowitz. And he won the US Nationals at Gen Con using a no-theme team. Just good stuff. Lots of good stuff.
I don't know who Truth When Illy 951 is, but
That's Carl.
Oh, Carl said he won the household championship.
Well, I think he did win the Household National Championship because this is how good of a man he is. He was here playing Heroclix and left in the middle of the tournament to go pick up his wife at the airport.
Oh, is that
Instead
why
of
he left?
finishing out the tournament.
I was wondering why he left.
And that's why. So, if we missed any national champions, put it in the chat because we'd like to recognize you, even if WizKids won't.
They might.
Maybe they'll follow our lead and actually do an article on their website, but I highly doubt it because they're in full promotion mode for nationals, which I believe is in like 2 weeks. Maybe James could help us out with a date for that. But I know
it fix the.
I know they have a team event where you're gonna 3 players build teams out of a whole brick. They've changed that. It used to be 6 boosters, but this year it'll be 10. And then you're gonna have your constructed.
Wait, say this again?
It's gonna be a team. They have team championships.
Okay.
They
How many players?
It's 3 players per
Okay.
team, and you get 10 boosters to make 3 teams of 300 points. And then you designate an A player, a B player, and a C player on your team. And then A players play A, B's play B, C's play C's. And
Gotcha.
then
Yeah.
your overall win-loss as a team.
Yeah, we were at the Pro Tour for Flesh and Blood in Jersey. They did that. They did a little team, 3-person team.
Speaking of Flesh and Blood, do we have any maps or play mats that we have to give away?
I gave those away.
Right.
We did those Sunday.
I just wanted to make sure that happened.
Yep, that was a thing that happened.
Okay, so I guess without further ado, we're going to start cracking boosters. I bet you I got a sword.
I saw a sword.
There's a sword in every one.
I think it's the grass cutter, if I recall correctly.
Well, that's one I can endorse.
I'd like someone to be my grass cutter.
What does the grass cutter do?
Oh, what is that?
Uh-oh. That's Humpty Dumpty. Oh.
I'll put the, we gotta get a better cam on the,
Give him a spinner-rooney.
right,
Grass cutter. Light object. Indestructible. Equip any. Unequipped drop. Blades, claws, fangs.
Whoa, what's this thing doing? It's going back. That's not the...
Oh, you're cutting it like a record.
Yeah.
Go DJ, go DJ.
But it's still doing it.
Hit it again.
How many times I gotta hit this thing?
Or maybe hit another button. Push all the buttons till it stops.
Oh, there are multiple buttons. There we go.
All right, so
The unfocused grass cutter.
when you use blades, claws, fangs, and the grass cutters equipped to your character, instead of rolling the d6 for the blades, claws, fangs roll, you could instead use one of the dice in the attack roll. That's pretty good. All right. And we got, as a tarot card, the Hanged Man. When this card is put into play, each player may deal 1 unavoidable damage to a friendly character. If they do, while this card is in play, that character modifies their combat values +1. And that's both opposing and friendly when that's in play.
How does
Eric
this work?
actually did that to me because I played that card. I drew that in our month 1. That was my tarot card, and that was incorporated. And Eric actually boosted up his figure by his combat values by 1, and it was enough to one-shot my figure.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well, not for you, but
Not for me. But for Eric, it was an excellent play. Looks like we got some generics. We got the Fury, and we got a Savalia. I don't know. Oh, we got a Vampire.
it was like almost in focus. So close.
But yet so far
No,
away.
and then it goes out. Oh my gosh. Who you gonna read first? Fury? Oh no.
Yeah, let's do the
No, I
Fury.
got the Vampire. You want Fury in there? We'll swap. We'll do a swap. Fury.
Fury. 75 points. And this is a Joe special here. The whole dial, charge, willpower,
Yeah,
exploit, weakness. The only thing that changes are the values. But other than that, nothing. He does have a trait though, self-repair. At the beginning of your turn, you may roll a d6 and heal the Fury equal to half the result. So he could heal up to 3 clicks a turn on your turn.
How many clicks does it have?
He is 8 clicks for 75. We're gonna go with
Who's next?
the Vampire.
Vampire?
Yep. It's a what you see, what you get dial. No traits, but he starts off with charge, blades, exploit. Back dial.
Which
some
one?
plasticity.
Which one's Eric's favorite? The Fury.
No, the nanny. The egg.
Must have been from earlier.
Yeah,
Kyle said something.
he pulled the nanny in month 1 and used it to win the tournament.
There you go.
And then we
Who's
got
next?
Uncommon Storm, I think. She has a sword bearer trait. You can start the game with any sword equipment. She also has a rally dice, and she has stealth. Free, remove one of Storm's rally die. If you do this turn, when Storm makes an attack, opposing characters can't positively modify their defense value. And her rally dice is a 5, and it's red, then I believe that is opposing attack rolls. She also has 2 starting lines, one for 70 points, one for 45. On her 70-point line, she starts with a 6. She has a 12 move, 12 speed, so she can charge 6 squares, and then she has a giant reach of 3 on top of that with Quake.
Tell you what she
Super
has
senses.
is blurry vision, because I can't get her to...
And exploit weakness, so her Quake from 3 squares away would be penetrating. Same thing for her low dial, except instead of super senses, she has combat reflexes. And back dial, she gets some precision strike and close combat expert. And then we go to the Humpty Dumpty, aka the Nanny. Hellions, X-Men, scientist keywords. The nice thing about Eleanor Murch is mind control, stealth, and when the nanny uses mind control, if she targets characters less than 100 points, modify their defense -2. And she has an 11 attack with precision strike on top of that. So that's pretty good. Invulnerability, top dial, 6 clicks, 60 points. Gabooyaka. But
All right.
definitely looks like an egg.
Oh, it clearly does. No, you don't want me to put these back in. You put them back in. I'm cutting.
You get cut. I'm gonna cut you.
You're not to be trusted.
I am not to be trusted. This is how we're gonna do this. So I think if we come across figure 42, I think we really got to give that a lot of love, because I think that's the only unspoiled figure of this set.
Speaking of 42,
That's the answer of life. Oh!
42. Collect all 42 figures,
Yes.
except the top of the box. All 64 figures. 64, 42. 64.
42. Copy and paste. Quality control.
Yeah. Proofreading.
Well, they had villains spelled wrong on 3 starters in a row. Hey, we got a sword.
Got a sword.
And a tarot card.
Woo! See, I didn't see all these figures because I wasn't downstairs when you were playing.
I don't know who this is. That looks interesting.
Yeah. Rockslide.
Oh.
You wanna
I
start?
believe he's a pro wrestling fan.
I'm gonna start with the sword here.
The Sword of Might.
Sword of Might.
Indestructible. Equip any. Unequip drop. Blades, claws, fangs. When this character uses it, its minimum result is instead the character's printed damage value plus 1. Normally, Blades is the minimum result is the character's printed damage minus 1. It's a 2-point damage swing.
This seems pretty good.
It's really good because there are some pretty crazy figures in the set
I mean,
that have.
chances are you're taking the plus, like,
Yeah, you're
unless
taking.
you roll like a 6.
Yeah, unless the character's damage is 6, you're rolling the dice every
Yeah.
time because it's gonna do more damage. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Alright, our tarot card is the 3 of Pentacles. When a character uses phasing teleport and moves 5 squares or less, after resolutions they may make an attack. That is something you could definitely build a team around. Now I know Rockslide is a Hellions and an X-Men, and I also know from my Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation League that he is a pro wrestling fan. And often mimics The Rock, as in the People's Champ, The Rock. Let's see what's he about.
He's also unfocusable.
He's either 80 or 50 points. He has two starting lines. He has improved movement, destroy blocking. And top dial, he has charge, quake, invulnerability, but he does have special attack powers called Rock Explosions. Pulse Wave with a range of 6. When he uses it, after resolutions, heal 1 click for each hit target. And he has not 1, but 2 stop clicks if you play him at 80 points. And it says stop, regeneration, toughness. And that's on click 3 and 7. So, even if you play him low dial, he still has
So
a
your
stop
10
click.
per click rule, if they have stop clicks, does that...
I think they're the exception to the rule.
Or who's next?
Oh, we got a Stepford Cuckoo. I like that.
There we go.
She has 4 different starting lines. She's only 15 points. Hellfire X-Men keyword. You may add up to 4 to your team. And when you do, you must choose a different starting line for each of them. But they're 1 click long. They're 15 points. One has mind control with a range of 6. One has penetrating psychic blast with a range of 6. One has outwit. One has prob, and one has perplex. It's a little flexibility.
So can you explain to me, how do you know there's a stop click?
It's right here. And if you flip it over and you go right here, it says stop.
Okay.
Which is very important as a player to pay attention to, because if you're not paying attention, you can click right past that.
I see that now.
But that concludes Stepford Cuckoo. 5 different lines.
Oh, by the way, Rockslide, not a Joe dial.
Not a Joe dial.
Well, green, red. That's
What about Stepford? Would you embrace the 1 click? You get to choose the click if you need one of those powers for your team.
So you pick this at the beginning?
Yeah, you pick it before the game starts, which click you're going to start.
Oh, that's fine. 1 click.
Yeah.
Is 1 click worth 15 when you get to...
Well, it depends if
pick.
you value mind control, penetrating psychic blast, outwit, prob, or perplex that high.
Who's next?
White Priestess.
You're saving the... I'm pretty sure this is the sword bearer.
If White Priestess is indoors, modifier attack and defense +1. That's a trait. It's called Protecting the Starlight Citadel. Of course, she is a generic, and she only has the mystical keyword, but she has running shot, she has incapacitate, and she has energy shield deflection, and then back dial, she has probability control, but I'm going to say that's kind of a Joe dial.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
You can deal with that minor?
Yeah, that's something going away is fine.
And then
changes
the star of this pack by far, Genesis.
Uh-oh. And he's holding a sword.
He is, and then guess what? As you predicted, Joe, this character starts the game with any sword equipped sword bearer, 5 points. So instead of being 120, he would be 125, but he gets to start with any sword. But he also
Plus
has
the sword is like 10. Are they all 10?
I believe so.
All the ones I've seen have been 10.
Yeah, I think they are.
So really, the equipping the sword is like a 15 point.
It's a 5-point deduction. Because normally it'd be 10 to put it on the map.
Oh, it lowers it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he also has a 70-point starting line, and if you equip him with the sword, it's 75 points. You are not fit to lead. Leadership. When Genesis uses it, if an opposing character within range can use leadership or willpower, increase the result of the roll by +2. Wow.
Kyle said that was his.
Yeah, that was his MVP for sure of his team, which is why he has 3 month 1 tournament points, and I got 1.
So now I'm curious. Kyle, is this the same booster that you opened?
That's a very good question. Because I can tell you, Eric pulled Nanny. If he pulled Genesis, did we get the same 2 bricks in our case? It wasn't, or were they were individual?
They're individual.
They're individual, okay.
Yeah, because the other side was the prizing.
That's right.
See if Kyle answers. Or I don't know Eric's in here, but
When
no,
Genesis,
he said he had her, Cuckoo, Empath, Havoc, and something else.
Oh, okay, so slightly different.
Okay, well that's good.
That is good. That's a good sign.
Almost surprising.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
She's doing the lean though. We've had a lot of lean in this set. Not lean back. It's like lean forward. Like
Well, maybe the favorite map is Limbo. When Genesis uses leadership and succeeds until your next turn when an opposing character within range, and her range is 6, uses leadership or willpower, decrease their result by -1. So, if an opposing character within range can use leadership, Genesis succeeds on leadership 3 through 6. That's pretty good.
yeah, that's 2/3.
And, if I'm not mistaken, it has cosmic energy. It would also remove an action token 3 through 6 for willpower. Very good. Opposing characters within range would only be able to use willpower and succeed on a 6 instead of 5/6, and their leadership would only succeed on a 6 as opposed to a 5 or 6.
So I'm questioning these cards. Like these are gonna get banned and stuff, right?
They're gonna get nuts. They're
gonna get abused.
Oh, of course they are. You seeing what I'm seeing? I
Like
told you
when
you
a
could
character
build a
uses phasing
whole
teleport
team
and
around
moves
that.
5 squares or less, afterwards they may make an attack.
Yeah. People are going to be making teams around that card,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
for sure.
Are they on the watch list?
Nope.
Like the ID?
Nope.
They will be.
No.
They will be.
Oh, absolutely.
Jen,
But you know what? They sell boosters.
oh, he said he got the Muramasa Blade.
Yes. That already has. There's been a couple of erratas and clarifications.
So we're saying no one has seen Figure 42 anywhere?
Not in my research. They're still looking for it on 2 different websites that I know of that tracks units.
Got number 11, 3, 18.
We did not get 42. But we did get the Soul Sword.
We got a sword.
Yeah.
Is that the good
And
one?
a tarot card. That is the good one.
Soul sword.
This is the one they had to errata already. This is how good this is. Because they didn't play test. So, the new grand prize, Genesis and Apocalypse, have 2 stop clicks, back to back, click 2 and 3. And they both have the Mystic team ability. So with this sword, until they errated it, basically you had to hit them like 9 jillion times to even get them past those first 2 clicks.
Oh, jeez.
Because the Soul Sword, which is indestructible, equip any, unequip drop, Blades, Claws, Fangs, also gives the Mystic team ability. And if this character already has the Mystic team ability, which Annihilation and Apocalypse both have, when they deal damage from that team ability, choose one. Either deal 2 penetrating damage instead, or heal 1 click. So here's what happens. First of all, this got errated to only once per turn. Otherwise, you hit them,
They heal.
they go to the stop click, and they heal right back off of it.
Yeah.
Can I get a brilliant?
Brilliant. You don't have a sound effect for that?
Yes. Yes, I do. Oh!
Alright, where are we going next? I'm not sure who the sword bearer is. I think I know who it is.
We're going to do the tarot card next.
Oh, tarot. Oh, I forgot about that.
3 of Wands. Characters that can use support may also use it as free. Not bad. And I believe that might be... no. So far we've had 1 Arcane Magic, 1 Pentacle, and 1 Wand. We're well on our way to a real tarot deck. So let's go Jubilee first. Rally, when she makes an attack.
Oh, wait.
After resolutions, you may remove 1 of her rally dice to give
this.
each hit character an action token.
I like the Jubilee sculpt if I can get it in focus there.
She is Excalibur, Generation X, X-Men, and Mystical. She also has the X-Men team ability. She starts off with some running shot, 2 targets, 6 range, energy explosion, precision strike, which I believe that's a very good combo. She also has a second starting line at 30 points that gives her the same powers, but a little worse stats. So she can't run as far, her attack isn't as high, nor is her defense. Back dial, she does get stealth, energy explosion, combat, reflexes.
Jubilee.
Jubilee!
I want Wild Child next.
That's what I'm going to give you.
Yeah. I'm kind of digging the orange sculpt too.
The old Kyle Gibney, Hellions, Weapon X, Animal. Seeking an alpha trait, willpower, but only if Wild Child is adjacent to a friendly character that has a higher point value than him. And he has 2 point values, either 60 or 30. He starts with Charge, Blades, Battle Fury, and Combat Reflexes, Super Senses, and Toughness. That's all 1 defensive power. So for close attacks, he's a 19 with a chance to evade and reduce damage by 1, provided it's not penetrating. He also has the same thing on his 30-point line. Once again, some reduced stats, but he has 2 targets, even though he has 0 range. So if he does make a close attack and doesn't use blades, he can attack 2 different people. And then he has some regeneration, late dial. They used to have a cool chase figure of him back in the day. Yeah.
Are you going?
I'm going to go Solem.
Because I believe Death is the soul bearer.
He is also...
It was tricky though, because Solem is holding a sword, so...
He also... Well, both of them.
Whoa!
What?
2 in the same...
What? 2 sword bearers in the same pack. It's true. It's true. So, he can start with a sword for 5 extra points.
The Wind Network signed me out.
He's a 70-point dial, but with a sword he would be 75. His first 4 clicks, he has... This is funny. I believe this was errated. Another commitment to quality. So it looks like a trait on the card, but it's actually his defensive power that says invincible, and when he uses it to reduce damage from an equipped opposing character's attack, he reduces the damage by 3 instead, and that power is protected outwit. And then he also has charge with an 11 attack, 3 damage, exploit weakness, back dial, flurry, toughness, combat reflexes. Not bad. But the star of this pack is Death, who also has the Sword Bearer trait. He's a rare. He has improved targeting hindering. So he is a stealth busker. I believe he is one of the first children of Apocalypse. The first children at the beginning of the game. If your starting force has 2 or more characters with the Horseman keyword, this game Death has steal energy but with close or range attacks. If a friendly character named Apocalypse, Annihilation, or Genesis...
We're gonna hold up. There's an ad. We'll pause.
Pause for the cause. Yeah. It doesn't pick right up after the ad?
It says it's back now. You're good.
Yeah, well, the first children. At the beginning of the game, if your starting force has 2 or more characters with the Horseman keyword, this game, Death has steal energy, but with closer range attacks. If a friendly character named Apocalypse, Annihilation, or Genesis is on your force, modify Death's attack and defense by +1. Which, top dial, that would give him a 12 attack and 19 defense. And remember, he has super senses and willpower. So there's a good chance, if it's not outwitted, that he could take tokens off himself. Back dial, he has some charge, combat reflexes, and some enhancement. But more than likely, you're going to give this gentleman, or female, because real name unknown, who is Death? We may never know.
Death?
I've heard it comes a calling, and it's guaranteed like taxes. But yeah, 2 starting lines, 70 or 45 with the sword. It would be 75 or 50. 7 clicks, top dial. 5 clicks, low dial. And that takes us
Still struggling.
through this pack. Here we go.
We're on pack 4.
Pack 4.
No duplicates.
Not yet, which is kind of amazing, but I'm very happy. No duplicates, come on.
I see 1 duplicate. A vampire guy. Unless that's a different vampire guy.
No, it's the same one. It's the vampire that I cannot pronounce.
Definitely a different sword.
Yes, we got the Light of Galador. Blades, Claws, Fangs. When this character uses it, after resolutions, heal 1 click on this character and all adjacent friendlies. Very, very nice. And then our tarot card is the 8 of Cups. When a character uses willpower, increase the result of the roll by +1. So that would make it a 4 through 6. 50-50. Chance of taking off an action token if you have willpower. We're going to skip the vampire. We're going to go right to Dazzler.
She got the lean back.
She's Allison Blair.
That's a cool sculpt.
She has been known to be associated with Excalibur, Mojoverse, Shield, X Factor, X-Men, and celebrity keywords. She has 2 starting lines, a 75 and a 35. Top dial, she has running shot with a single target, 5 range, and then hit him with the old razzle dazzle. Pulse wave. when she uses it, after resolutions, give each hit opposing character an action token. She also has energy shield deflection and enhancement. 35-point line, same thing, and then end dial she has running shot, pulse wave, range combat expert, and some willpower. She's a team player, so she can copy a friendly team ability. Not bad. I probably would play her lower dial, but not bad. I personally like the 35-point Dazzler that gives either Shield team ability or X-Men. So that's my go-to Dazzler, but not a bad Dazzler nonetheless. Next we're going to go to the uncommon Rachel Summers. Real name Rachel Gray, Excalibur, Phoenix Force, Starjammers, X-Men, and future keyword. She has a rally mechanic, free, remove one of Rachel Summers' rally dice. If you do until your next turn, friendly characters with the X-Men keyword can use energy shield deflection. Not bad. That's a rally dice of a 5 and an opposing attack roll, even though that's not on the card anymore. She has a special defense for her first 6 clicks that says invulnerability, super senses, protected outwit. Now she is 125 points, and I believe she was a key component to Nicole's 3rd place.
Oh, really?
X of Swords month 1 team. Very long dial. A lot of stuff going on. The Super Sense rollout is what takes her over the top.
Even though that's way over the 10 per click.
It's way over the 10 per click, but for this format, she is strong. She's got 9 clicks with a rollout, all 9 clicks. And it's protected out with the first 6 clicks with a reducer, even if she misses the evade, provided it's not penetrating. And she has Psychic Blast, her first 6 clicks, doing 4 damage with a 12 attack top dial, 7 range, single target. Very good. I would say her downfall is she can't bust stealth. So if you have stealth in her and hindering, she can't see you from range. But this is very similar, I believe, to her pack, because she also had Wolverine. And we also pulled Wolverine in this pack, who has a sword bearer trait. So
it's an odd color Wolverine.
He'll tan and orange. He has willpower, and when he rolls a 5 or a 6 for a single D6 roll after resolutions, remove an action token from him and heal him 1 click. This thing's bonkers. So he has the following things to remove. He has willpower, that's a D6. He has impervious, that's a D6. He has super senses, that's a D6. And guess what? There's a sword that has shape change, so you can give him shape change. If he hits the shape change, heal him 1 click, take, and remove an action token. This dude is going to be nuts. He has not 1, not 2, but 3 starting lines. You can play him either at 145, but he's really 150 with the sword, 95/100, or 55/60. Starts with 2 targets, charge, leadership, impervious, super senses. Great figure. He also ignores characters for movement purposes. So plasticity can't even lock this guy down. He just goes. Love it.
I see a sword. Just wait, Wolverine.
Ah, Wolverine. Hey, we got a sword.
Sword. I see 2 doubles in there.
I think
Do I spy 42?
Wait a second.
31.
That's a 31. All right,
We're starting with the sword.
we're starting with the sword,
That's
as is tradition. It's like I willed this sword. I just talked about it.
Yeah.
It's the Warlock. Blades, claws, fangs, plasticity, shape change.
Shape-a.
The change. Our tarot card, 3 of Pentacles. Now this is a double. When a character
Yes.
uses phasing teleport, moves 5 squares or less after resolutions, they may make an attack. Kind of a bummer.
James said no 42 till 3rd month. Joe, stop looking.
Okay. We
I don't
got.
like that he's telling me what to do.
He's so demanding.
I know, right?
We also got another Jubilee and Dazzler. But we did get 2 figures we didn't have. Let's start with Risque.
Risque. What did I do with that? Oh, yeah.
Starts with a 6 range, single target, stealth, and then it has a special attack power and special defense power. Real name, Gloria Dolores Munoz. Sword and X-Men keyword. Inorganic Implosion. This is her attack power. Telekinesis. Power, choose an unheld object within range and line of fire. Do 2 damage to all opposing characters within 2 squares of that object and then remove it from the game. It's like, that's pretty good.
Are there going to be that many objects not picked up, though?
well, if you KO the character,
Yeah, they drop it.
they drop it. So,
Okay.
and I believe there are characters that unequip objects. Maybe not in the storyline, but definitely in constructed. And then it looks like we got the 3rd super rare, Captain Britain. Sword bearer trait, 5 points. She has 2 starting lines, 95 and 55, but let's be real, it's 160 because you're going to put a sword on her. She has the Mystic team ability, and she has the X-Men team ability. She also has another trait, Enduring in Otherworld. When a friendly character within range and line of fire uses charge,
Oh, wait, I didn't put her up there. This is
after resolutions, roll a d6, 5 through 6, remove an action token from that character.
That's my favorite sculpt so far.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
That's a super rare skull.
Yeah.
A worthy one. She also has a leadership trait, tenacity always.
Captain Britt Baker?
That's it. Dr. Britt Baker? No, it's Elizabeth Braddock.
Yeah.
Leadership that succeeds on a 4 through 6, and when she uses it and it succeeds in addition to a normal effect, she may remove an action token from a friendly character within range. And her range is 5. She has charge, precision strike, combat reflexes, and close combat expert. If she could get to you top dial, she'll have a 13 attack, 4 damage. With precision strike.
This sword seems like a lot on a sword.
It is. It's
That's-
so good. It's one of the most desirable swords of the storyline.
Boom.
That was a quick one.
Yeah, we're getting.
We're getting better. We're getting quicker. We're like a snowball going downhill.
We got a bubble wrap for the first time.
Mm.
Oh, another warlock.
Another. Yeah. We got the same sword, back to back pulls. Oh. Alright. So we got the Fury again. But we did get a different tarot card.
Is Cipher? Did we do Cipher yet?
Nope. These 3 are new.
Yeah. He is major leaning forward.
When a character uses energy explosion, they deal 3 damage instead of 2. I like that. That's a build a team around it as well. That's the 2 of swords.
So we got more wrestling fans in there. We got a DMD
Nice
comment.
We're gonna go
Where are we going?
Grey Crow.
There we go. Got him.
John Grey Crow. Hellions, Marauders, X-Men, Assassin, and Soldier. He's a common. He has 2 starting lines. His entire dial, he has penetrating psychic blast with a 5 range single target. Top dial, he has running shot and energy shield deflection, and he has a hunt you down special damage power. When Grey Crow hits a character with 2 action tokens, after resolutions, remove an action token from him.
Alright, hold on. We got another ad coming up.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. And went away. Yay, nay on the ad? I don't.
If you play him low dial, he starts with leap, climb, toughness, range, combat, expert. And he has some regeneration on his last dial. Last click, 2 clicks. This is pretty good. Are we ad free?
I have no idea.
Well,
James said no ad.
we're going with Cipher next. I believe he's an uncommon.
Yeah,
He has 2 starting lines.
he's leaning like I'm not.
He has a 45 and a 25 point starting line, but he also is a sword bearer. But what I like about him is he is a team player and can copy a copyable, friendly team ability. But he has a real cool.
I think we're dying on the spinorama here.
Uh-oh. Roll.
Oh. You can see the lean.
Friendly characters with the X-Men keyword within range, and his range is 3. So it's a small range, but they can also use the team ability that Cipher is wild carding. That's pretty cool. And that's called Creating a Krakoan Language Just for Mutants. He also has on his 45 point dial Outwit and Perplex, and then Charge and Combat Reflexes. Low dial, he has just Charge, Combat Reflexes, and Perplex. But the star of this particular booster is War. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Sword bearer. He's also the first children.
I like that sculpt too.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, if your starting force has 2 or more characters with the Horseman keyword, War has steel energy with close and range attacks. If a friendly character named Apocalypse, Annihilation, or Genesis is on your force, you modify his attack and defense +1. He has running shot, penetrating sidekick blast, perplex, and then energy shield deflection and willpower. He has 2 starting lines, 70 and 45, so in all reality he's probably going to be 75 or 50 if you use the sword bearer trait.
I just feel these things are going to get like totally abused in the future. Like
absolutely. If you're not trying to break the game, you're not playing the game, Joe.
Or you can fling some cardboard.
You can fling some cardboard.
It's open.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pay attention, Rick. Let's go.
I'm so broke I can't even pay attention. Here we go. Hey, we got a sword.
Sword. Let me see. I see.
And we got a.
I don't see any duplicates.
I don't either. Or do.
I remember her from.
Well, I think we got a duplicate there.
Maybe.
We got her counterpart already. This is not bad. We got the old. I like to call it the Mimosa Blade, but it's a Muramasa.
Yeah.
The Muramasa Blade. Indestructible, equip any, unequip trial. Blade's class fangs. When you use it, give the hit character a curse token. Just like Danhausen. I curse you. If you don't already have one. This game, when a character with a curse token would heal, they instead just remove the curse token. Then we did get a different tarot card. That's so funny. It's the 6 of Wands, and it has Humpty Dumpty.
There he is.
AKA the nanny on it, riding a horse. When a character when a character can use probability control on an attack roll, they may re-roll a single die instead of both die. That's very good.
Zach said all the swords. They actually don't. It's pretty. You want to hand me some swords?
Sure.
They are pretty unique. They look the same because they're on that triangle holding them up.
Oh, I got you.
This one's gold. The one was really thick. That one looks like a lightsaber, but yeah. That one's hard to see. It actually has a red blade. It's very much. Where's that thick one? There was like a. This one here.
There you go.
There's another one. That one.
You have the soul sword up there?
I don't know. Yeah. I think it's the triangle, Zach, making them look very similar.
You know what? I think we actually. I think I gave you a bad information. I don't think we had this rogue.
I don't think we did either.
I think the last rogue was from a different rarity. I think it might have been an uncommon.
Well, we starting with rogue?
Sure.
There we go. Rogue.
Anna Marie LeBeau. She has improved movement, destroyed blocking. Rogue can use the standard attack powers of adjacent characters, friendly and opposing.
That's
Rogue may replace her range value with the printed range value of an adjacent character, friendly or opposing. And that power is called power absorption. Now, I believe this is a Joe dial.
Oh, I saw a lot of the same color.
It has the whole dial. Charge.
Oh, there we go.
Invulnerability. Close combat expert.
I'm in.
That's 9 clicks for 100 points.
I'm in.
Next, we're going to go to the Green Priestess. Protecting the wilds around the Starlight Citadel.
Oh, we got Green Priestess. Okay.
The White Priestess gave you a +1 to your attack and defense if you were indoors. The Green Priestess
outdoors.
Does it outdoors. Cool. And she has stealth, pen blast, super senses her whole dial, and back dial, range combat expert. She's 40 points. She's a generic, and she has the mystical keyword. Now this is what I'm actually interested about.
Oh, there it is. 42. James, see you were wrong. There's 42.
Only kidding. It's 17.
I mean,
It's
they put 2
Pog.
numbers on the box. I can call that 42.
Pog your Pog. Real name, Pog your Pog. Araco, animal, armor, assassin, warrior. Pog your Pog is the more fit. When Pog your
Can you
Pog
stop saying Pog your Pog?
starts the game, generate an armored Pog your Pog bystander. If armored Pog your Pog was generated this way, he may use the effect of any sword equipped to, you guessed it, Pog your Pog.
See, now the drinking game needs to be anytime you say Pog your Pog.
Absolutely.
I think we still have some Apple Crown Royal over there. Be a party.
And armored Pog your Pog bystander is a giant with charge, precision strike, toughness, and battle fury.
Where do you get that bystander?
I believe it does. I don't believe it comes in a set.
Does not exist.
It does exist online because there are companies.
I know that.
that
It just seems
make
weird. Like,
bystanders.
why not sell a thing of bystander? Like,
Well, the armored Pog your Pog can't be
God.
chosen for mastermind.
I can't hear that anymore.
After the resolution of any action, if no friendly character named Pog your Pog is on the map, KO armored Pog your Pog. When armored Pog your Pog would take damage, you may instead roll a d6. 1 to 3 deal Pog your Pog 1 unavoidable, or 4 through 6 deal him 2. So the bystander can keep going, and the damage is applied to the character. We got 6 clicks for 60 points. Stealth, super senses, outwit, top dial, shape change, back dial. So double rollouts, back dial. 0 range, single target. And then the rare from this particular booster is Issaka, the Unbeaten.
Sword Bearer.
Sword Bearer trait. Also, 2 other traits. This one's called, first of all, I should say, real name Issaka, with Araco, X-Men, martial artist, and warrior keywords. Technokinesis. When Issaka the Unbeaten attacks or is attacked, opposing characters' combat values except range can't be positively modified. And then you will witness my power, Perplex. When Issaka the Unbeaten uses it to target an opposing character until your next turn, she may replace her printed combat value with the target's printed combat value of the same combat value chosen to be modified. She has charged, invulnerability, close combat expert. She has 2 dials, one at 85 and one at 55, but in all reality, she is going to be 90 and 60 with the Sword Bearer. Back dial, she has flurry, steel energy, and super senses, aka.
So are you saying a sword bearer would never not bring in a sword?
Probably not, because they don't count towards your special objects of the build.
Do you score points? So I know it's only 5, but if someone destroys it, is that a 10-point?
You would score the. Say it's a 70-point figure that paid 5 points for the trait. You would score 75 if you KO'd the figure.
But the sword would stay.
But the sword would drop and stay. And then, if you destroyed the sword, you could score another 10 points. And the only way to destroy the sword would be use it in an object attack. Because all the swords are indestructible.
This is going to be a subpar. Whoop. I think I see 1 new figure.
I see a super rare.
Oh, that is a super rare. I only saw 2. You said 3, but I thought it was 2.
I'm liking this break.
Not number 42.
We got another grass cutter.
32.
32 skidoo on 2. Hut hut.
Go. I don't know.
Grass cutter we already talked about. We got the King of Cups tarot
I
card.
think his tip is needs a blue pill.
You gonna spoil that dude already?
Oh, he's up. Yeah, we don't know. No one knows who it is.
When a character takes damage from attack after resolutions, you may remove an action token from him. Take damage, take a token off. King of Cups.
Seems good.
We got Bay the Blood Moon. It's all about the Blood Moon, baby. Sword Bearer. Start with any sword. 2 starting lines, 95 and 45. Real name, Bay. Keywords, Araco, X-Men, Warrior. Wedding Vow. At the beginning of the game, choose a friendly character. This game, the chosen character can use Mastermind, but only to choose Bay the Blood Moon, regardless of point value. If the chosen character is named Cipher, you may also use it regardless of adjacency. Hold dial, Beacon of our better self.
Is James telling us it's B? He's. I don't know what James is going for there. Is it B the Blood Moon?
B, Bay. Rick's vocabulary disorder, people. Come
I would
on.
have said. I don't know what I would have said.
Defended impervious, the whole dial. The whole dial. Starts with charge and perplex. Top dial, 19 defend. Not bad. Attack value never gets lower than 10. Back dial, it has flurry and close combat expert. It has a 45 and 95, but like I said, it's probably going to be 50 and 100. We already got Risque. We got Fury. We got Jubilee.
No, he said you were right. You just spell it BEI. Okay.
Yeah. That was a 1-figured booster, but it was a super rare. What booster is this? Is this 9?
9.
9?
You know what's going to be after that?
10.
42.
Oh, I was going to say X.
Could be X.
We got another. We got a vampire. We got a sword. Man, this thing is gigantic. I know what this is.
Oh, that's the sword.
Yeah. Look at the name of it. It's your favorite.
Oh, come on. How is that little thing holding this? There you go, Zach. We got clearly a new sword there.
That sword is none other than
Here we
your
go.
Pog.
Take a shot.
I actually pulled this thing too. It was pretty good. Blades, Claws, Fangs, giant reach of 3. This character already has giant reach. Increase the reach by 1. So
I could put that on that guy that I stomped you with, and I'd like reach the whole map.
imagine that. But here's the problem with that. When he gets colossal size, he can't use the effect of equipment. But there is a super rare Captain Carter that has a giant reach of 6 with a charge. That could be easily a giant reach of a 7 with that piece of equipment if you didn't equip the shield to her.
Wow.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, we got an ad coming. We got an ad.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on a second.
We
All right, we're back. Yeah, we are back.
All right, well, let's reveal the tarot card as the Chariot. Characters have flight. That's very good, too.
That sword is really ridiculous.
And then we also got a vampire. We got a Rockslide and a Stepford Cuckoo. But the star of this particular booster is none other than Mr. Sinister. Because not only does he have the Hellions, Marauder, Quiet Council, X-Men, and Scientist keyword, but he has a rally trait, which gives him plasticity. But the nice thing about this rally trait is it's 1s, and I believe that is on both opposing and friendly attack rolls. So once per turn, you may remove one of his rally dice to replace a dice in the opposing attack roll with it.
When do you get the rally dice?
After
after?
resolutions of the attack.
Okay.
But it's still, there's an easy potential to make a crit miss with this.
Yeah.
Because it triggers on 1s, both friendly and opposing, if I'm not mistaken.
Which one's Brandon's favorite? This character?
Yeah, Mr. Sinister is one of his favorite villains, for sure. He has 2 starting lines, 80 and 45. He does not have a sword bearer trait, but he has running shot, pen blast, toughness, and then he has leadership, outwit, shape change. And when he uses shape change and succeeds, he can't be attacked this turn.
Oh.
Period. That's pretty good. He also starts his
Wow.
low dial with the same tech. Back dial.
Who is the sword bearer in this pack? No sword bearer?
No true sword bearer, but if you play the battle royal scenario like WizKids suggests, you just choose one figure and they
Okay.
automatically get the sword bearer trait. So, Mr. Sinister, not bad. I like what I see.
Uh-oh. Last.
The final piece of the X of Swords, the Ten of Swords
We got to put
puzzle.
that in the, I can't. That sword is still ridiculous the whole way over there. It's bigger than any other figure, and it goes with the named after the guy that's half the size. I see at least one. that a dagger? Oh, we already did that one, didn't we? I see 3 figures here.
Well, we got a sword, but it's one we already talked about. It's the soul sword.
The good one.
Yeah, that's the one with the mystic team ability, and then it's already been errated once again.
Yeah.
If this character has the mystic team ability, when they deal damage from that team ability once a turn, choose one. Deal 2 penetrating damage instead, or heal 1 click. Our tarot card is none other than the 2 of Cups. Cheers. Look at that.
Oh.
When a character uses toughness, reduce the damage taken by 2 instead of 1. Now, we were talking some strategy with my teammates the other night, and that there is a Hulk that can give all Avengers toughness. So that would basically give them invulnerability. I don't know if it's a good, strong strategy, but it's something.
You're going for that double loss.
If you're going for double loss, it could be the thing. We already saw Grey Crow.
You could use that on a turn though. You're not in trouble.
The irony of the last pack that we did not get a sword bearer. In this pack, we got 3. So we got. Let's go with Storm.
Storm first? Okay.
Storm first. Morlocks, Quiet Council, Wakanda, X-Men Ruler. Swordbearer trait, as I mentioned. Also Rally. With Stealth, free remove one of Storm's Rally dice. If you do this turn when Storm makes an attack, opposing characters can't positively modify their defense. She has a giant reach of 3 with Quake. We might have talked about her. I think we might have had her. 2 starting lines, 70 and 45. In all reality, she's going to be 75 or 50. Charge. Super Senses Exploit. Both starting lines, back dial, Precision Strike, Close Combat Expert. Let's go to the Summoner.
That's an interesting
There's a
color.
Lot. There is that. Those first 4 clicks on this dial are ridiculous. Summoner, real name none. Araco, animal mystical warrior. Control the beasts of Araco. Mind control. When Summoner uses and targets an opposing character with a shared keyword, that's Araco, animal mystical or warrior, he modifies attack by +2. Which top dial, that would be a 13 attack for mind control at close. Free. Choose a target opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire until your next turn. That character can't use safeguard mind control. So you think you're safe with your emotional modifier from mind control? Oh, contraire mon frere, I have the control beast of Araco. We got some charge, precision strike, shape of a change, and invincible, which reduces penetrating damage at 85. And then at 45, we have phasing, precision strike, invulnerability, and outwit. But let's be real, 90 and 50 points is where you're going to play.
Can you explain Storm to me?
Sure.
If you do the rally dice,
sure.
If you do this when Storm makes an attack, opposing characters can't positively modify their defense. What if they've already modified?
It goes away.
Okay.
Because it's determined.
Gotcha.
In the attack sequence.
All right. We're on to.
We're on to the final piece of this unboxing. Gorgon. Swordbearer. Gaze of the Gorgon. Exploit weakness. Free. Choose an opposing character and roll a d6. 4 through 6, give that character an action token. So this is the character that I was using with the. Was it the Pog Your Pog that gave the giant reach of 3? This is it. So charge, combat reflexes, exploit weakness. 2 starting lines, 80 and 45 points.
Would that give her lightning strike quake thing an extra giant reach?
Yeah, it would be giant reach of 4 instead of 3.
Pog your pog.
Pog your pog. That's the word of the day.
James saying he can hold 2 swords.
Yes.
Ooh.
For 5 points, you get 2. That's the exception to the rule. This figure. In fact, Brandon reminded me that after the tournament. But I even though I did have 2 swords, I wasn't going to equip both of them on him. But that is our 10 of Swords unboxing. I don't know how many more channels are gonna have one of these, but
there you go.
Today is a Labor Day edition, Labor of Love Heroclix unboxing for the dozens and dozens of people in the stream.
I think we were up there for a little bit.
I'm just curious, what was your favorite figure that we unboxed today?
The sword.
The sword. Pog your pog.
Yeah, pog your pog. I like that one super rare. Figure wise?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Genesis maybe?
I think it was.
Was it this one?
Yeah. I just think that's.
So these are.
She's pretty cool.
That's your favorites?
Yeah.
Well, we want to hear from the people, the dozens and dozens in the stream. What is
James is saying Cap DMD.
Okay.
Well, DMD.
There you have it.
Anyone else? What do we? We know. I don't think Brandon's not here, but we know he likes Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, I know he traded a
Warlock. Oh, yeah, Warlock sword in Genesis.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The egg-looking one.
The nanny, the Humpty Dumpty.
Genesis is getting the most votes. I'm telling you. Oh no, that's Captain Britain. Yeah, that was one I liked. Captain Britain. What was Genesis?
There we go. Oh no, that's Bebe.
I mean, his tilted thing is killing me.
I don't know. I might have lost it. I doubt it.
Oh, Genesis. Yeah, Genesis might be
a contender.
A second.
We have a contender.
I like DMD though. The sword is still
the star.
Yeah, the star of the show.
Pog your pog.
James said I played Genesis. She's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I believe that they never even got Genesis off the top dial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from what I heard.
You know what I'd love to see, James, is you play Genesis here.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Come on down. Joe, do you got anything to add today about...
I do not, no.
I mean...
Just trying to keep up with chat. Chat was pretty good today.
It was.
We had a lot of chatter going on.
We had people emotionally vested on Labor Day.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can dig it.
Getting ready for the 4-day work week.
Yes, sir. I don't know.
Sorry for that reminder, everybody.
It may be time to hit neutral in the tail of a comet and let the vortex pull our weight, push the seat back a little lower, and watch the light end in the blower. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what you were talking about.
I'm talking about planets aligning and a king is born, Dodge Swinger, Jesus on the dashboard.
How do I mute his mic? All right, I think we're good here.
All right, well, just remember, telekinetic, prophetic, dynamite, psychic warfare is real. It's time to bang, 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 and vamonos, vamonos. See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for watching.